So anyway, enough about me, and let's have Kevin and Celina come up. You're going to want to live their journey in life. Well, wait till you hear their story.
Give me a hand, come on.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Celina. Hi.
Thank you for giving back.
Oh,
Thank you
you're
so much.
welcome.
So we joined Lifestyles in 2013. We actually took the 2-day here in Dallas with Dale, 2 months in a row. That was very interesting, so
Yeah.
needless to say. So we enjoyed it. I brought my lawn chair and had a little water on the side and just kind of set up right there.
Lawn chairs if you want.
Yes, because these
Yes.
chairs get really hard
They do get hard.
and back gets to hurting.
Mhm.
So you kind of kick back and show up, learn, take action.
There you go.
So,
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
so I retired from the Air Force in 2011.
Go Air Force.
Yep,
Woo!
yep. Woo! So I did 8 years active duty and then did 16 in the reserves. And like you said, couldn't make any rank. Got tired of playing games. Going out there on the weekend and getting abused. So I retired from there. I went to work for the FAA after I left the Air Force and did 24 years with them. Eagle Scout. I think that's, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much where I got my values from is an Eagle Scout, and I'm very proud of that.
And I was a nurse
Okay.
for over 20 years, and that was pretty much about it.
That's weird because I know a guy that was in the Air Force and he married a nurse too.
Yes.
Serendipity, isn't it?
No, we both married up.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
I see a trend.
So,
So we have 3 children,
no grandchildren.
no children. We
pets.
tried to sell our children about 4 or 5 years ago to get into more multifamily, but I found out that was illegal. And then we were trying to sell a kidney.
Now, let me explain why that's funny, guys. When people come to the seminar, they first join up, they're so afraid they can't get in the deal. But once you deploy all your money and is making money in all these deals, you have to wait a year and a half, 2 years till it fully turns around, and then you look for other money. So they sold off 2 of their children. Does that make sense? It's just what happens. So we make jokes about it, but it's true. When you make 100% return, it's the most coolest thing in the world.
Talk about. So. We've actually traveled to 30 national parks. So I retired about 3 years ago. After I retired, a week after that, we took off in the RV and hit the West Coast. Went all the way up. Just a beautiful country. If you ever get a chance to hit any of the national parks, you're going to ask me which one's the favorite. Each and every single one of them is different. And it's mesmerizing. Next year we did the East Coast, and then this year we kind of got lost. Tell us where we
Central
went.
West.
Well, we went up
started
through
in San
Denver,
Antonio
and
and-
we got lost in Canada, and luckily we had our passports because there was a story where we got stuck in Canada with no passports, and we were just looking for some lobster, and said, well, just go over that bridge, and halfway over it says, welcome to Canada. Going back over, they said, well, how'd you get into Canada? Sir, I did not go into Canada. I stopped in the middle of the bridge and turned around and came back. So we made it back.
How many states? Didn't you say you went to a lot of the states already?
I don't know any states that we have missed.
I think next year we'll finish the central east part of the United States, and we'll have covered all 48.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
48.
Not bad.
And we're putting together a trip to go see. There are actually 2 national parks in Hawaii, and we're going to try to see if we can hit those.
There you go.
One's on Maui, so we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, you can't take the RV unless, I don't know if you know that.
Well, I don't know.
We can ship it. We can
Yeah.
ship
You
it.
rent one there. There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, rent one there.
Awesome.
So why did you join Lifestyles? I'll let you go with that.
Being a nurse, I knew that we wanted to, I knew what living to be 65 and 70, I knew what was coming for us, and we wanted to be able to travel. We wanted to get out and enjoy the kind of lifestyle and the traveling that we wanted to do. So we made a plan that we definitely wanted to retire early. We knew that working for our retirement was not going to be, was not going to allow us to retire in the lifestyle that we wanted to. So we knew that we definitely wanted to invest in real estate.
Yeah, and you need a freedom of mobility where a job won't let you do that.
Absolutely.
Yes. So, pretty much, to do that, you got to have passive income. Another thing we want to do is do it while we're healthy. You think that you're going to be in the same health you are today, tomorrow. Don't think that. Things can happen in a moment, and we've seen a lot of that. It really kind of pushed us to help us take action, to really do something. This is not,
'cause we were having that conversation, me, you, and Celina, about our health, because I lost a lot of weight and stuff. And Celina, I found out, loves hiking every single day. Am I right?
I absolutely love to hike. I hate to exercise, but I love to hike.
There you go. So you got to find what you like that you can both do together.
Yeah, she really likes hiking. I've got a picture of her going down this trail, and there's a little sign that says, "Cougars in the area, do not walk alone."
So he told me to go first.
I just have to run faster than you.
You got longer legs than I do.
You trip me.
That's awesome.
So, networking tips: show up, listen, learn, take action. We're pretty much every road trip, every case study, every networking event. We're here together.
We actually had the opportunity to visit Arizona and different areas while we're traveling in the RV. We can actually go to some of the road trips, and we've met so many people here at Lifestyles at the expo, and so we were able to visit some people in Denver. And so we're just building a community of friends and like-minded investors, so we have a lot in common, and we're actually able to visit a lot of those people as we
Yes.
travel.
Because we have a lot of meetups in other areas.
Yes, there's lots of meetups everywhere. Our goal is to get 52 friends so we can actually stay at their house a week and just sell our house. And we
Hook up
can,
my sewer pipe.
so, they can deal with us for a week.
It's cool. But see, people don't realize when you join Lifestyles, we become a family. We all know each other. We see our kids all grow up together. It's kind of neat. Yeah, we're all making money. That's great. But it's also the friends you make along the way are really cool. Like a friend in Colorado, the 420 state. What's cooler than that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sweetheart.
Oh,
Wait, go back.
Sorry.
How do you find out about all the events?
We just look at the
Matt,
calendar.
let me get you a microphone because you have great questions.
Yes.
So we look at the calendar frequently. We're always talking with other friends that are in Lifestyles, and they tell us different opportunities. We go to the road trips in Austin. They have a meetup in Austin. So just having conversations with other people, we find other opportunities.
Okay.
Yes, another thing we do, if we like to do, a lot of times if once you get on some leads lists, they'll send you a list. We do a lot of due diligence too. So we volunteer to due diligence. That's a good way to meet the lead investor. You get to meet other passive. You get free pizza and you just have a great time. But because we're passive investors and we don't have to work, we just go out there and just visit.
And what's the benefit of meeting other passive investors?
The passive investors will definitely tell you who they like to invest with and who they don't like to invest with.
Yes.
And if you just ask a passive, they will definitely give you all the information about that investor.
And I think
That lead
sometimes
investor.
they can also give you, who they like.
Yes.
And you can create a specialty list, and maybe you want to reach out to those lead investors and say, can I schedule a 5 or 10 minute conversation with you so I can know what you're looking for, where you're looking, the time frame you're looking in. So it's good to connect with other passives as well as the leads.
Oh,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes, it is. So.
And I know the new folks, a lot of this sounds like Greek to you. You'll learn about this in the seminar, about how do you can invest with other people and put money in deals and make the type of returns they're about to talk about. They're just giving information to the people that are already in the room, what made them successful so they can use those same networking things. You notice we noticed a common word, network, network, network. But you don't even have to be in person. There's virtual meetups as well where they talk about these things, potluck dinners all across America. So you can invest all across America, live where you want, invest where it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, definitely. So we've actually bought, I don't know how many, 8 properties while we're on the road.
We
So just
we
Right,
can do
it's-
everything virtually, so
Yeah.
we can invest. We've developed a network of people like at the bank, so we don't even have to be able to be there to wire the money. We can just call somebody
That's
to
great.
help us wire the money. So we don't really even have to be in town to be able to invest.
yes.
So you can do it from the road. And these are the deals that you're in?
These are the ones we've sold.
These are
So,
the
Okay.
ones we've sold.
So we've actually sold 13. I think we've been in around 35 or so. So
and they,
I wish I could reinvest it.
133% return.
Return.
So
yeah, that's across
that
the board
means-
average.
Wait, I just want,
Yes.
hold on. You see how
You
this
need
went
to
over there? This is what very conservative people go, You made 133% return. Dude, if you could make that many 133% returns, that's the average, who'd be okay with that? Give him a hand.
Yes.
I mean, that is huge across the board. And I always ask this to passive investors. You know, from the time you started Lifestyles to where you are now, your net worth from where you started, did you at least double your net worth?
We've doubled it twice, so
Doubled
we're
it
going to double it
twice.
again.
Tell me that,
Wow.
that they're retired and they're still, think about it. You save up your whole life working that crappy job, staring at red brake lights in front of you every single day, swearing at your bald boss that tells you what to do. And you finally get the 100 grand and then you get 100 grand, 80 grand, 70 grand as you retired. What if you were retired and that 100 grand turns to 200 grand, 400 grand, 800 grand? Would that be better? Doubling your money in retirement. Give them a hand. That's huge.
Yes, exactly.
While going to national parks and watching Old Yeller.
Exactly.
Wait, that's a movie.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And I
Old
can't
Faithful.
emphasize that much. I mean, when you get that snowball going,
Mm-hmm.
that is very powerful. You know, I mean, we started with 25, 50, 100, 200, 400. I mean, when it starts going like that, you just don't, just get out of the way, buying properties that make sense, and just keep going. And it's kind of funny because we're talking about ACH, and sometimes we're sitting here trying to figure out, well, where'd this money come from?
Yes, that's a good
Third
problem to
world
have.
problems here,
Yes, it
okay? Where'd that 100 grand come from? I don't know.
So, and then Celina has a story she wants to tell about her 401k.
Sure, Celina.
So when we first started investing, the bulk of our investment came from my 401k. I went ahead and just took out half in December and half in January.
For tax reasons.
For
yeah.
tax reasons. And I invested it all in one property, and within 3.5 years, we had over 140, how much was it?
60.
160% return. That
That's-
check came in the mail.
Unbelievable.
That check came in the mail. I just walked out to the mailbox, and it was several $100,000. And I had to walk down to the bank and
was tough.
deposit
That was a lot of
It
work.
was tough.
Yes.
It was tough. I definitely got some looks from the teller.
Yeah.
And she had to call her manager to come out to be able to deposit this check. And from there, it just kept happening.
Now, I want you to think about it. Take your 401ks to the room. Do you think you'd make 160% return in a couple of years? Who thinks that? Nobody thinks your 401k is going to do that? What if you took the money out, even though you have to pay taxes? Oh, it's horrible. But if you make 160% return, do you more than make up for it? Mm-hmm. And do you realize they get distributions from these deals? Once they're making money, every quarter you get a check in the mail. And you know what's better about those checks? It's tax-free income. Who'd like to have tax-free income?
Yes.
Yeah, welcome to the Republican
That's
Party.
peeing your pants exciting.
It is. See, Kevin got against it.
Well, I mean, it's tax-free. You know, 100,000, 200,000. When it's tax-free, you don't understand how
Powerful
valuable
that is.
Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, I got my brother-in-law involved. He started complaining about, well, I had to pay $50,000 in taxes. I had to pay this, taxes, whatever. Well, I don't pay taxes, and he wanted to run me down in the parking lot. So I finally got him involved, but it took him about 3 or 4 years to get him involved.
That's the hardest thing for us as members. I'm still a member too. Madeline's a member. Is bringing a relative into this, because first off, Lifestyles is a weird name, right? I think it's a nudist colony or something. And even though the funniest story for me is it's my brother-in-law. You understand? He sees all this money we're making. It's your own relatives are like, is that real? I'm like, remember how I made $3 million this year? You can do that too. So it is hard sometimes.
And actually, I retired him May of this year. He was a captain and firefighter over in Mesquite, and he just got back from a 2-month trip.
All over the world.
I think he hit 6 countries. So
So he's having fun too.
yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
having fun. I'm still waiting for my cut now.
That's awesome. Okay.
So
Next slide.
Now I'm going to ask you a couple questions, if that's
go
okay.
ahead. Sure.
So all these deals, and I always ask members this, you're invested all over Texas and stuff. Did you go and visit every one of these deals at least once?
No,
No?
no.
How many do you think you visited?
All the ones that are early in the local area, probably.
So no Georgia, no Oklahoma.
think Celina-
Well,
what-
actually, I did go to Atlanta because a friend of mine and I both wanted to go visit Atlanta. And
So it
we
became a
actually-
write-off.
It did become a write-off because
Yes.
we went to go look at the properties, and we spent a week in Atlanta.
Okay. But my point is this, guys. We have people from California. We have people from Hawaii. We have people from Oklahoma. They're very nice people with all their teeth. And you can live there and invest out of state and never even visit the property once is my point. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And just so you know, they might have put 100 grand in this deal, 200 grand in this deal, But investors invest as little as 25K, some even less than that, but I'm just being realistic. Usually 25K is the minimum. How many people in this room could come up with 25K? So don't think you can't do this. This isn't just for millionaires and billionaires. Everybody in this room can do this, but you have to step up and take action. So
Yes.
cool.
So, and that's an average of 133. We had
Right.
some that did a lot more.
Oh,
So
a lot,
some
a
might have
whole
done
lot
300,
more.
some might have done 20%, but the average. And
Yeah.
that's why I like what they did. It doesn't want to show off the big one. They don't want to show off the worst one. They say across the board, who'd be okay with 133% return?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that is life-changing. That's a real number you could all look at. So if you put 100 grand in, you get your 100 grand back, and then you get 133 grand on top of that. Who'd be okay with that? I mean, it's life-changing. There you go. Okay? Awesome.
And the next slide is your current
So,
property.
There's your
so
current
we're-
ones, okay.
So we're currently in these 20 properties. And I think I don't know if we've been to maybe half of them.
The more properties you're in, the less you go to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When
And-
you're new, you go over there and you go, I put 25K in that deal. No, you sit there and go,
Yeah.
I own that. Especially if you're dating.
Yeah.
I own that apartment. No, you own all the toilet seats, okay? But you own 1% of it. But you get the point.
Well, I own that tree out front, so I usually get to come sit underneath that tree when they usually have to get together. It's usually once we've had the property for about a year, we usually have, ribbon cutting. Hey, this is what we've done with the property. More free pizza. So I'm in for the free pizza. So,
Cool.
but that's where we're at right now. We're looking to probably add another 4 or 5 before the end of next
Probably
year.
next year.
So every time you come up with more money, you do a refi, you do a
Yes.
sale, you redeploy it.
Yes.
Okay.
So we actually didn't even start spending any of the money until I retired 3 years ago. So
Okay.
we went all in. We had
So you're
any
making
money
all
in
this money. How much taxes are you paying every year?
there. We got the.
Who'd like to pay zero
We got the
taxes?
stimulus check, and it's like, oh,
You get a stimulus check, am I right? That's funny.
Me too.
please don't run me down in the parking lots.
Awesome. Okay.
Any other questions?
No, I think we're good on that. Okay. So
Uh,
here's some refinance ones.
So,
Unless you had something else.
we have, 4 that we actually refinanced. So we've got about 30%, 38% average.
Now, let me
across,
explain to you what's so cool about a refinance. It's not a sale. They're getting a loan, and they got back 38% of their money. How much taxes do they pay on that?
Nothing.
0 because it's a loan. Is that not cool, too?
Yes.
And now they can take that money as a snowball in their next deal. See how that works?
Yeah, and then we actually, we actually refied more out, but we actually put more in the property. So we're going to continue to feed the goose and.
So sometimes
make
they hold back a little bit for, let's do some extra repairs, let's make it a little bit nicer, so it's cool.
Yeah,
great.
so just keep improving units.
Hey, you notice he says "we." He didn't do anything.
Right.
That lead investor was there. He's like, oh, that's horrible. Ooh, look at that. Oh, look at that smelly broken sewage pipe. Oh, where's my check? Does it make sense? That's what you do as a passive.
And read your reports every month.
Absolutely. And we'll teach a lot
Absolutely.
about
Yes,
that.
read your reports.
Yeah, and Madeline's big on that, guys. We
Yes.
want you to be educated in this. We want you to
Yes.
know a good deal from a bad deal, a good lead from a bad lead. We have a lot of precautions for you to keep you guys safe. Okay?
Yes, and you never stop learning.
Absolutely.
You learn every single day. You learn from talking to each other. You learn to doing the education online. You learn to talking to the mentors, to the passive investors. I mean, things are constantly changing, and you want to just continue to learn. And the more you know, the better decisions that you can make.
That's perfect. All right. How's lifestyle changed your life since joining?
Go ahead, sweetheart.
Well, we definitely control our time. We travel, like I said, in the RV. We just absolutely love that. We've met so many wonderful, wonderful people at Lifestyles. All our friends are from Lifestyles. And it's like a class reunion. I mean, it's a family reunion every time we get together. We just absolutely enjoy. We go to concerts. We do different things with other members. And we just have a
Didn't
great
you go on a
time.
cruise with a bunch of lifestyles members? With
Yes.
You guys? Yeah, I
Yes.
thought so.
Yes.
Yes,
Did you
we
dance?
have.
I heard Leo
We've
did.
traveled. We've went on, to Hawaii. We went here. I mean, it's really great. And one of the things I really like. It's nice, making the money and stuff. But the people here are awesome. I tell you what, they take you to the next level. They hold you accountable, and we've learned so much from them. And these people say, "Hey, we're going to do something." They go and do it.
They do it.
They show up, and they take action. I've had to actually, lose a lot of my friends because they don't show up. They're just a bad influence, and they have helped us to be who we are and where we're at today. The passive investors, the mentors here, Lifestyles has helped us to get to where we're at.
Now, think about
As
what
a-
he
as
just
a
said.
person.
If you surround yourself with 5 successful person, what's going to happen with you?
You're going to become
So
successful.
he found a bunch of lifestyles members because why? They're all investing. They're all doing the same thing. You want to be with the people that are positive energy, pushing you forward, saying, wow, that's awesome on that deal. Hey, was this guy good or bad? They share that information. It's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. So, and then I look out there, I see all, all the people that, yeah, I remember when we went out to the club and you were dancing and, just.
You, Leo. That's you.
Leo.
Leo,
Bust a move, Leo.
He was doing that lawnmower or water sprinkler. I saw that video.
Yeah.
What's your goals, guys?
Continue to
traveling.
see the rest of the national parks,
Cool.
Alaska, Hawaii, American Samoa. I have to look for it and see where the heck that's at. You put that down.
I have no idea.
You don't
You
even
put
know.
it down there, so you wanted to go.
I know
We
there's-
got to go.
There's one national park there, so.
Oh,
we'll
it was
figure
a
out.
national park?
It's in the
Yeah.
middle of nowhere. It's past Hawaii. It's out in the middle of nowhere.
We want to continue to grow our portfolio so that we can continue to do the things we want to do. And just our long-term goals is just to continue to invest. I mean, this is something that we wash, rinse, and repeat over and
Yes.
over again.
Yep, there you go.
Yes. So, and then, I know I've talked to some of y'all out there, but we've really tried to help as many people as we can to tell them experiences we've had, things that we've, done. You can do it. I tell you what, you can do it. I've seen several people that I've helped join, and you can do it. Just keep going. Rinse, before you know it, you've done replace one person's income, you replace
And
two
then the
people's
second-
income,
the next person.
and just keep going.
Awesome. So let's take some questions. Is that cool?
Sure.
Do you have any in the room? Oh, now they're raising hands. Okay.
All right.
Let me give you, so they can hear you online, Alan.
Just briefly, give us 3 or 4 criteria that you might use when you evaluate a deal to decide to get into it.
Okay, that's a
I'll
great
let you do
question.
that.
The first thing is we look at the deal together. Kevin is the numbers guy. I'm the more gut feeling person. So we either invest enthusiastically together or we don't invest at all. The second thing is we look at areas that are up and coming that have economic growth. We also like to look at properties that that are not completely torn down, but that need a little bit of improvement that we can fix.
They're ugly.
They need lipstick.
Yeah.
Lipstick on a pig.
If they don't smell like cat pee, they don't like them.
And what other criteria?
The lead?
Yeah,
about the
what
lead?
about the lead, she's saying?
Oh,
Yeah, the lead.
we definitely want to know the lead. We want to know the lead investor because that is the person that you're really investing with. You want to know that it's somebody that's knowledgeable, that is honest, that is scrupulous. So we always look at the lead, and we like to find out from the other passives if they've invested with those leads,
Yes.
that they're good quality people.
Right, and I always tell
Yes.
people the lead's kind of a salesman. He's saying, I want your money, I want you to invest in my deal, it's the most wonderful thing in the world. But the passives, they get nothing out of it, you understand? So they're going to give you an honest opinion. They're saying, is he a good communicator, is he not? And that's how you learn from
Yeah, and we've actually probably had lunch or had a meeting with every single lead that we've ever invested with. Sat down, what's your plans, where you go? You want to see if you have a personality, you're going in the right direction, what they're looking to do,
Okay.
their integrity.
One of the other things
Communication.
that we definitely look for is what is the lead going to do for the community? Not just, are we going to be able to raise rents, but we want to invest with people that are going to improve the community and that are going to provide clean housing for people.
Right.
That's very important to us. It is about the money, but it's also about creating community.
Right, you
Yes.
have to understand this model that Dell came up with is best
Yes.
product, best price, best people. It's not just one thing, so it's.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, during COVID, we really learned, a lot of leads, went to the property, whatever. They're trying to help them. They employed some of them.
Yeah.
Helped them, sign up for, different programs they need, if they needed help. And brought everybody together. We didn't have any problem with collections or anything. Like you said, if you provide a clean, safe place for them to live, and they feel like there's a community and they're working together, there you go.
Awesome. Any other questions in the room? David, do you have anything online?
Come on.
Yeah, I got one online. Did any of your deals ever stop giving out distributions?
Yes, they have. Right now, because of the difficulties with interest rates, some of the properties have stopped distributions. We're trying to put money aside to keep making sure that the properties continue to be profitable. We still are receiving some distribution. We're receiving several distributions from some of the properties.
So new people understand that. Let's say you have a loan that's going to be coming due. You might want to be selling it or whatnot. So what they're doing is they're holding back for the what ifs. Who likes the idea of being conservative? I like when people are conservative. That's what they should be doing. You understand it?
Definitely so. I mean, you don't want to be cash poor. You want to have enough
Yeah.
cash to do whatever you need to do to increase insurance or taxes, or say you have a roof that needs to be fixed or something. You want to have cash back to be able to do whatever needs to be done at that time. You can't wait for the insurance company. It might make 6 months to get.
Yeah, you want to do it right away.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I got one other really good one.
Go ahead, sir.
If you're starting out passive investing, you're living in a landlord-unfriendly state, what is your advice for meeting leads?
I think there are
Okay.
virtual meetups that ambassadors have. We have ambassadors all around the country.
Yes.
And they have virtual meetups, or they have local meetups if it's in your area. And then we make it very easy to connect with leads. And just because you connect with them on something we call Podium, where you can link up and actually connect and get on their distribution list, it gives their contact information. So you can reach out to the leads and actually have conversations with them, and they will make time to speak to you.
Yeah, follow up with Matt on it. For example, let's use a communist state like California, right? California has meetups in Northern California, Southern California, and they meet up all the time. So there's lots of opportunities to meet people and talk about these things.
Oh, definitely. I mean, there's
Like
always
Steve
places-
Anderson's out there. I know he's one of the guys
Yes.
that does that. So they're wonderful people. So,
Yeah, I mean, on the webpage, there's probably 30. I mean,
Yes,
I mean,
25 or 30 ambassadors around the country.
Yeah.
So we make it easy for everybody everywhere because it is a community that way. And let's say you can't do it because Georgia's a big state. Well, Savannah, or maybe they're doing it in Atlanta and you're further away. They have the virtual people. So some people go in virtually, some people go in person. You can do it both ways.
I just was in Colorado Springs. We had a meetup. There were 65 people there at someone's home for a meetup.
Is that pretty cool? They did it in
Right.
California. I think there was 100 people in that house.
Yes.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm not California. I mean Hawaii. Yeah.
Yes, Hawaii.
Yes, I mean, we met a couple on a cruise, and they live in Biloxi, Mississippi, and they probably go online. They've already bought, I think, 2 properties already.
See, that's it. Cool. All right. Well, let's give them a hand. Thanks.
Thank y'all so much.